Everybody.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Yeah Sure podcast.
Yes, and if you're new, welcome. Here we are.
Khosh Ahmadeen.
Khosh Ahmadeen. Yes.
Means welcome in Farsi.
Yeah. Want to chat?
Yeah, sure.
So, how have you been?
I've been good. Getting over my cold still. It
Yeah.
just seems to linger. It won't piss off.
Apparently, I'm supposed to get it this week because James has been counting down the seconds.
I was out of line. I was out of line this morning.
He's like, no, you make it sound like so.
It's pretty rude. Okay, so Tina gets sick off like anytime someone's sick,
Yeah,
she's sick.
Yeah. If
So-
someone gets sick, I'm sick.
And it's the opposite. Like if she's sick, most times I won't get sick.
Yeah, I've gotten COVID.
I don't notice
and you haven't gotten it.
I didn't get it. I got it from somebody else.
Yeah.
And I didn't even care. We didn't even really quarantine. So
The one time you were in the... Oh, for me, we didn't
for
quarantine.
you, yeah.
When he got it, we hella quarantined.
Yeah, she's like, stay away from me. Get out of this house. No, I'm
because
just
we
kidding.
were going on a vacation in a week, so I didn't
Yeah.
want to get it. And I didn't.
Yeah, she didn't. She made it.
So this morning, this guy comes and he's like, we're talking about how he has like the sniffles still, and it's so annoying because he snores so loud, even louder than before because of the sniffles. And then he's like, yeah, I get really bad at night. Apparently, I think you're gonna get it soon. You're gonna get it.
I kept telling her, I'm like, I hope you don't get sick. I hope you don't get this.
And I didn't, and I've been so proud because I've been taking supplements, putting really nasty stuff in my water, like.
And she's like,
all
yo,
healthy.
because I have this timeline that it's been, because this comes like really late, like weeks later.
Dr. Brown over here.
Dr. Brown, yeah. I'm the founder of WebMD. Yeah, so she's like,
more like Reddit.
yeah, not even. She said to me, she's like, yeah, I don't trust your timelines, man. And I was like, you'll see. And then I was like,
you're gonna get it. You'll see.
Man, I shouldn't say that.
This guy's counting down seconds for me to get sick.
Yeah.
I think you just want to take care of me because I took care of you.
I feel bad.
I
milked it too. He milked
it for weeks.
Oh, come on. Weeks?
Like a week.
Solid week, yeah, I'll say.
But you've never been like sick like that before.
That was like
just when you got the flu when you were in Alberta.
Yeah.
That was really but then
I still worked though on this one.
You worked through the like thick of it. You worked.
Yeah.
So at the end of it, you came home and you were so like, in Farsi we say mazloom, which is like so cute and like baby like.
I was vulnerable.
So quiet. Yeah. This time it was so much huff and puff.
You know what? It was
I can't breathe.
It was so hard on the throat.
Was plugged.
Yeah. My nose is plugged and I breathe through my nose religiously.
Yeah.
Like that's how I breathe.
Yeah. He breathes properly.
Yeah, like in through my nose, out through my mouth. This is from sports. It's from all that stuff. You can, eh? Your nose, you have like small.
Yeah,
nasal.
My nostrils are very tiny. Yeah. So and also inside.
Let me diagnose you.
You'll see.
You'll see. So your nose holes are small.
Nose holes.
Professional, you know.
So, anyways, we've been dealing with James being sick, and every move
it hasn't been like that.
So hard. It's like, and he's like just walking.
That's a load of BS. That's a load of BS.
Remember when you were like, babe, when I make these sounds, like, what did you say?
Oh, I was really sore from a job. And I told her, I said, listen, I'm just saying this because when I make these sounds, because I was like,
yeah, these sounds.
I was grunting.
I don't even know how to make them.
I was like, oh, you don't know how to make them because you don't.
I don't grunt.
Because you're too tough.
No, I don't grunt. If anything, I'm the opposite.
She's like a cat. She's like a cat. She's a silent sufferer. Oh, poor cats. Yeah, I told her, I said, listen.
For Halloween.
Yeah, everybody's a cat for Halloween. Okay, let me finish what I'm trying to say, all right? So, I said when I make these sounds, it's not because I'm like saying, oh, I'm so tired from work. Pay attention to me.
Yeah.
It actually just feels good to make those sounds.
Yeah. I
also wanted her to notice
through
me.
The monitor. Are you?
I'm giving you side eye.
You're like, we know way too many people who do that.
The best is when
joke.
kids do it.
Yeah.
That's the best. Yeah.
Okay, what are we talking about today?
Okay, so we have an interesting topic.
Very interesting. Never heard of it.
Never
Innovative, new, modern.
Yeah, Dr. Brown is here to drop some knowledge.
No, it is interesting. Go ahead. What is it?
I was talking to a kid that I went to high school with. Not a kid, like a guy. He's like my age. I don't know why I say kid. From my high school, and we got kind of into an interesting conversation about kind of church and like good and evil. And basically, so the topic is we want to discuss more about like, is good naturally in people? Like, are we more prone to do good naturally or to do bad? Because I told him, I said, I think every human being wants to do good. Initially, they want to do good. And he said, no, I think it's the opposite. I think everybody wants to do evil. We have to fight that. I'm like, no. Wow. And I kind of used I used the analogy. I'm like, well, I don't think people just want to choose violence. He's like, look at Gaza, right? Yeah. And I was like, what's happening? Okay, like
they're not choosing it.
They're not choosing it. I mean, wars and stuff happen everywhere. Yeah. That's more government and political. But I'm like, if I were to swing at you and go to punch you in the face right now, you'd flinch, right? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, you'd flinch because you don't want to be hit in the face. I think that's not evil. That's like protection. That's a good thing.
You're not. He was looking at that as like evil.
He's saying in people, they have the propensity to be evil, right?
What does propensity mean?
Propensity means like like naturally they're gonna choose that instinct. Like it's a reflex, right? Okay. Like they lean towards doing bad things, right?
What is it?
Propensity.
Propensity. That's a good word.
Yeah, it's a nice word.
Yeah.
It sums up a lot, you know?
Yeah, it's like a bunch of things in one. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and I
learned a new word.
Yeah.
Propensity. Is that the noun? Propense?
I'm not sure actually. I don't know what the noun would be on that. No, I don't think so. I think it's more of like a plural. Simply.
Okay.
Dr. Brown.
Professor Brown.
Professor Brown now. Yeah, so I think in my opinion that people naturally want to do good and that it's the evil that like it's not the evil, it's bad that we have to fight off, you know? And then it got me thinking and I was telling Tina, it's like, why is there this struggle between good and evil and good and bad? Like why does that exist in our world?
Yeah.
Why do we have to fight, you know, to not make bad decisions? And what is a bad decision? And fight ourselves internally. Yeah, let's be specific. Like there's that internal battle.
Yeah.
You know?
So it's always interesting for me, and I want to say this before I get into my opinion and what I think is that I'm not trying to boast or like come off as this person who's always right or anything like that. I'm just really expressing genuinely what's in my heart and what has always been. And it's never been to like my instinct is not, it doesn't come out as I want to do bad. Because a lot of people like want to have, and it's not bad. Some things like to have fun. Like some things can be bad. Let's say for people want to steal something even though they have money. Like it's just the gum. It's like, I just want to take it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instinctually, I'm not like that. Never. It never comes to my head. And I don't mean just with stealing, with everything. So if I like on a day-to-day basis, I don't think, oh, that's really, let me just do that. Who cares? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe with some things, if it's bad for me, like sweets, then I'm like, I'll have half of it. It's okay.
But like major life decisions.
Yeah. Major life decisions and like day-to-day basis, I don't, like if I see something that's a little off, I try to help the person. If I'm walking somewhere like you and I in Alberta, we walked this like trail and it was like, there was nothing to it. And there were girls going that way because we found it on Instagram or something like that. And I told them like, I can't not do it.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, it like will bug me to do it. I can't say, oh, who cares? Or with certain things, obviously not everything. So for me, personally, I believe, and from my religion, I don't believe in devil or hell. I don't believe that kids, like babies are born and they need to be baptized or a certain kind of religious
to
act.
wash away.
Wash it. No, 100% not. And that's my belief, and I believe it. I believe it's true. But I cannot think of like a baby, an infant, a newborn being evil. No, I don't believe that.
Yeah, I think in general, like if people, like I would disagree with what that guy said. Like people are not like, like because Christians believe like
you need to be baptized.
Yeah, and we need to cleanse ourselves of sin, and we were born with sin, right? And this is a question that I asked, right? When I was in Bible college, I asked the pastor there, I said, okay, how come if we're made in God's image, we are born with sin?
Yeah.
I'm like, how does that make sense?
They say
he didn't have an answer. He didn't have an answer. He said, well, I don't know. It's just something that I don't understand it. But he's like, I can tell you that we always have to strive to not sin. I'm like, okay, but like
doesn't answer the question.
You know, it doesn't, because he didn't have an answer, and he was actually forthcoming and saying, I don't really.
That's cool.
I can't really answer that because it's a very good question. I've never been asked that.
Yeah. Wow. What a great question.
So I don't think, because I don't think we are. We're not. We just, I think we're influenced, and our upbringing changes what we do, and our internal battle. And I think it's all our parents. You know, it's all our upbringing.
It's parents. It can be something that happens to you, circumstance, what you see as a kid, you know?
Yeah.
Something that like really traumatizes you, or it awakens like this curiosity about something, you know? And obviously mental health issues aside, we're talking about that, right?
And keep in mind on this, like when we're talking about this, good and bad, like some of the things that we say that we think, let's say we say something is bad or we say something is good, might not be relevant to your culture, your circumstance, where you live, what you believe. Okay.
Yeah.
We're not saying that, because like a good example would be like, I like bacon, but Muslims, it's haram for a Muslim to eat bacon.
Right.
But there's nothing wrong with either.
Yeah,
right?
It's a belief.
It's a belief. You can choose not to eat pork, or you can eat pork.
Yeah.
But one is viewed as bad and other is viewed as good.
So, totally normal. Not even good. Right? Just normal. Yeah.
Normal. Yeah. No, it's good.
It's so funny. It's so funny. That's a perfect example, especially because bacon is looked at as such a evil thing in that religion. And oftentimes you and I have conversations about, well, other things are legitimately bad for you, like drugs.
You know
what? But that's not like, you know, anyway, it's just a little hypocritical.
I feel like the bacon is the easiest thing to control. That's why it's so easy.
Yeah,
I feel like it's the easiest thing to master.
Yeah.
I don't eat pork.
Because bacon doesn't get you high.
No.
It doesn't give you this good feeling. It's just food.
No. I mean, to each their own, right?
Oh, 100%.
It is what it is. We talked about being hypocrites in our one podcast, and it's almost impossible, I think, as we agreed, as a human being, to not be hypocritical.
Yeah, for sure. It's hard
even as we sit here talking.
And then that's why it's like, it's hard to be human. Like, I think one of the things that you have some questions down, right? It's like,
so we can keep going. So here's one. Okay. And I'll let you answer this, Tina.
Okay.
What do you think it is that we relate more to negative things? Let's say for like news, movies, experiences, conversations. Why do you think why do you think it is that we gravitate more? We like to hear negative things.
Yeah.
It's more juicy and more fulfilling to hear than something good. Why do you think that is?
I think it can come from upbringing. I think we've heard it even as kids. Like, we would hear people around us, whether it's parents, family, relatives, like, did you hear? This is what happened. And when you hear it like that, you're like, wait, what? What is it? You know, you become curious and you want to know. So it becomes like entertainment. That's what I think it is. But I don't think as human beings, we enjoy that more. Because like, I enjoy positive things the same way. It's just negative things, I can say, has more influence on me. So if I see good news, I can forget it in like a day.
It's so crazy, because why would negative news have more of an impact than something
it's just so sad.
good, you know?
Yeah. It's so sad. And maybe because you feel helpless or hopeless, and or
Mm-hmm.
it resonates with you in a certain way because it happened to you.
I would say that the vast majority, including myself,
Mm-hmm.
negative news doesn't make me sad. Negative news intrigues me.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I mean? I would say that because of my upbringing. I
Right.
would say I would qualify the vast majority that that's how they would
Yeah.
feel.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
It intrigues you in a sense. You want to know more about
you
it,
want to know
or
more, or
do you enjoy it? No.
I don't know.
Like
I
when you
don't
hear
enjoy it.
bad news, you don't enjoy it.
I feel like sometimes what it is for me is that it confirms that I'm doing better in a selfish way. That's
It's
as
an
raw as
honest
that's
answer.
as raw as I can say it. It
Yeah,
means
yeah.
like, hey man, at least you didn't do that, or that's not happening to you, or it kind of gives me that perspective.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I don't feel like that. I don't think in my life when something happens, I don't feel like I feel really like scared. I'm like, "Oh my God, what if it happens to me?"
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
think about that too.
Yeah.
I think, but like truthfully deep down, coming from that negative, because I'm not gonna sit here and say like when I hear negative news that I don't get like my ears don't like perk up,
Yeah.
being like, oh yo, like I want to hear it. You know what I mean? I'm not a gossip type of person either.
Yeah,
So
it's not gossip. I guess it's like yeah, because I share it too.
like it
Like
could,
my one of my coworkers lost their house in a fire last week. And I told my friend about it because it's so devastating. Because
yeah,
I feel like when we
yeah.
share news, like why would I share
That
that
was
news?
sad.
Right? It's so sad. But like
Yeah, but you
it
wouldn't,
was in my mind. I shared it.
but you wouldn't share. You wouldn't come home and share with me like something good that happened in their life.
I always do.
No, no. Okay, if there's a chance, there's a higher chance that
Yes.
that's not gonna get to the
I agree.
conversation at home.
In terms
Right?
of me, I share everything. I share the good and the bad, but it's more like, can you believe? It's just, for lack of better words, it's like more intriguing, interesting, juicy. I don't know what to call it. And I'm not talking about my coworker's house getting burned, just overall.
That, yeah.
It's just somehow, I don't know.
Like the
Is it
news has it
I
mastered.
truly think it's because we grew up with people around us who would talk about instances, and like we would see maybe parents or older siblings like, oh, what happened? And then we're like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the tone of it, it's the way it is. Cause I know my brother's kids, if I tell my mom, oh my God, I have to tell you something, both of them turn around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
seen my friends' kids. It's the same thing. Oh, mom, what did you say? Like some of them are even more
Yeah.
curious about things, you know?
I
I think it comes from our upbringing.
I think so. I think part of that is upbringing, but I also think it's like society too. And I was thinking,
Yeah, like breaking news.
breaking news. Yeah, like one of the things I want to know, I think when like I go to the next world,
Mm-hmm.
is that what did the generations before us think, like Neanderthals, like cavemen, people, like real primitive things? What are their conversations like? Are they the same? You know, do they pride themselves
Probably.
in, you know?
Yeah, because it's all about stories and experiences in life.
Yet I also feel like there's like a culture, and it's so extreme too.
Yeah,
Like I don't know anything about Buddhism,
yeah.
but I would say I think they would they thrive more on positivity, speaking of positive things,
I
than
think they're
negative?
supposed to.
Yeah, I mean like the monasteries and stuff.
Yeah,
Like they seem like,
who knows? They're
yeah,
human, man. You
yeah,
know, we don't know what's going on in their hearts and in their head. Like, as I'm telling you that, oh, I share all of it with you and blah, blah, blah. I still wanted to share the believable news a little more than the others, you
mm-hmm.
know?
Yeah. No, I'm the
It's
same.
crazy. Yeah, I don't
I'm
know.
the same. If it's good news, I'll for me, I'm gonna say that way more than
yeah.
than anything
But
negative.
also, if you have bad news that you have been a part of or you did, you don't like to share that.
Hell no. I like to keep that. It's not good.
Yeah.
Because you need help in that issue, right?
Yeah. And for me, I share it right away. Like I remember one time when we just adopted Hanson, I stepped on his tail. Remember? And I told you, I called you. I was like, oh my God, I stepped on his tail. But I feel like if you did it, you would never tell me. Because I'd be like, what?
Well, you know what? But there's a difference in that. because I've grown up with cats all my life.
Did you step on their tail?
By accident, yeah.
Yeah, by accident.
So it's not something that I would feel would warrant.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
I thought because his scream was.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
it's
my
cute.
Baby, I thought I broke it. Where is he?
He's just over on the couch.
Oh my god, he's so cute. That was like 3 years ago, so he's fine.
Yeah.
But I could see people like hiding that because they're afraid of like their partner's reaction, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Okay.
I think so.
So I thought the answer to that question was that I think it has to do with upbringing.
Upbringing? Okay. Mm-hmm. I would say it's society. I think we're trained.
Society and yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think more than upbringing, I think it's society. I think it started. I guess it would start with upbringing because the people have to start it, and then the companies are founded by those people who. Yeah. You know.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
What else do you have?
So music or TV
sad
shows.
Music.
So sad music.
Yeah.
Like the industry loves it. That's all it is. It's
sad
all
music
sad.
Hits you differently than happy music. It's like, I love my life. Okay, cool.
And you know what they've done? Even with pop, like pop has mastered making sad lyrics, but like happy vibes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's an upbeat song, but with like some kind of tragic thing that's happened to
Dramatic
somebody.
Thing,
and they're like, I'm over it. Yeah. You know what I mean? And like people are, it's like a pump up song.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Isn't that nuts?
I think it comes from the fact that, think about in your life, you have so many experiences. And then when you have a bad one, it affects you so much. You remember it more, right? That's why in a lot of religious books, it says, you know, if someone does one bad thing to you, like remember those. Okay. If someone does like 10 bad things to you and one good, remember the good, because it's so hard to forget the bad, right? Yeah. It affects you, it influences you so much. So I think it's the same with the song, because you go back to those memories and you connect it and you're like, yeah, exactly. That's why some people are like, this song is like for me. It's for my situation. It speaks to me.
Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, man, when you said that, it reminded me of what we were reading. That one Bible verse where Jesus says, if someone wrongs you, you should forgive them 70 times 7.
Yeah.
70 times 7. Like most people can't even get over 1.
Yeah.
It's like a miracle or like some kind of feat that a person forgives somebody once.
That was from the Baha'i speech, the guy talking about forgiveness. And he talked about every religion, what they say about forgiveness. And it's always, you should forgive tenfold.
But it's not. It's either death or exile,
because it's so
right?
hard.
Like,
it's so hard,
you know?
if you think about it, because as people, we take it so personally, right? I mean, I'm like that 100%.
And it's not a literal thing. It's not 70 times 7.
Yeah,
like that's not gonna be it. It means, because like
someone's sitting there like, okay, one more and you're done.
My math, I need to do my math. I want to see what that is. 70 times 7. Okay, that's 490 times. Man, I could have done that in my head.
Yeah, we could have. We know what 7 times 7 is.
Yeah. For the sake of this podcast, Professor Brown didn't. 490 times. Imagine forgiving a same person I think that person would probably die.
Yeah, that's the whole point,
That's crazy. You'd probably be like, yo, screw you.
Yeah.
You know?
Crazy. Or you in general?
Yeah. What? That's crazy.
I asked you a question.
You did? What?
I said, did you mean when you said you probably die? Is that
that person would probably die if
you as in general? I asked, did you mean me or you in general? You're like, yeah. You're thinking
That's the perfect answer. That's the perfect answer, because it dismisses it.
Sometimes with my students, it's like that. I ask them a question. It's like yes or no. They're like, okay. I'm like, oh, they don't. It's so cute.
That's like Maman.
Yeah.
Maman goes, oh, so cute.
Yeah, and you're like,
I was asking you a question. You know, oh, so nice. Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah. So because think about this. We were driving. I think we were in Madeira. Mm-hmm. We were in Madeira and we were driving up to this like hiking spot. Really beautiful drive. Enjoying it. and we're listening to like one of the most vile murder podcasts. Yeah. On like a sunny, nice day. You remember so we brought that and we're like, wow, it's so nice. And then you were taking a video and it's like, and he was stabbed 27 times. We're like, yo.
Didn't we stop it? We're like, we should enjoy
Yeah, we should probably stop and enjoy this.
And we would just play it at night when our drives were long. Yeah. In Italy, too. We did it in Italy, too. That's so funny.
Like, it's so crazy. Like, even shows. Like, I prefer, like, action or, like, not gory. Well, I don't mind gore. I don't care. But, like, no, gore genre is, like, too much. It's like they overdo it, right? Yeah, like it's time. No, it's
like
time.
How many hands are you gonna cut to free yourself? Like, come on, man.
The guy never dies, eh? There's a new one out. You know that, right?
Didn't he have cancer? That guy. That's why he was like, people are ungrateful.
He's a survivor.
He survived.
Good for him.
For real?
Yeah.
He's in the new one?
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
Or it's his disciples.
It's him.
That's cool. I want to see it now.
I want to what the critics gave it.
Yeah.
How it was reviewed. Yeah. I don't know where we were.
I don't know either. But you have maybe one of.
Oh, we were talking about like movies. Yeah, I would like the like action or violence or some kind of like insane plot twist where someone gets betrayed, like, you know, some espionage.
As a perfect example, we just watched the movie Clear, right? It was Clear or Clean?
Clean, yeah.
His name was Clean or something. Anyways.
His nickname, yeah.
It took so long. This guy was like a...
Don't spoil it, though.
No, I won't. It was like he was an ex-criminal.
He was like a debt collector.
An addict. Yeah, something like that. And then he was trying to be good. The whole point of, I guess, what we're talking about, he was trying to be good.
Yeah.
But like when he had a weapon, what was his weapon that he loved?
Pipe wrench.
And he was he would see the pipe wrench, he would be like, "Oh, I want to like take it." It's so funny. See, I don't get that.
That movie was weak.
That movie was garbage.
And it should have been good.
Rotten Tomatoes gave it a high
100.
Yeah, 100%. I would have given it a 65.
I trust Rotten Tomatoes because you can average it out between what audience says and the critics say.
Yeah.
But that one, everybody flopped on that.
Yeah.
That was whack.
Yeah, it was. It just took so long for him to kind of go wild. So it was boring. And then when he did, it wasn't that great. Like, who cares? That's been done before. So many times.
That's like Equalizer. Yeah. No, not Equalizer.
Well, we just watched another one like that where the dad was older in the old folks' home. He came and joined him. He was ex.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the guy from
Nobody.
Better Call Saul.
Nobody. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one was better though.
It's just too corny.
Yeah, it is.
Especially
the way North American people do it. Yeah. If it's like Korean or like Indonesian or Danish or something, it's always way better.
Yeah.
US just makes it so cheesy. And that's the thing. I feel like it's just dumbed down.
But people like it, right? Like even Top Gun, we were talking about how people love Top Gun, the new one, but because of the nostalgic.
Yeah. I could have never liked Top Gun. I don't know why. I just didn't like I felt like super propaganda.
Yeah, a lot of girls like that because of all the guys in it. The new act.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I haven't seen it.
Maybe you'll like it.
We should try it out.
Okay, let's move this along then.
Okay.
So would you say being good takes... Actually, I already know that your answer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we talked about this before.
Why don't you ask me this?
Well, say it.
Okay, so the question is do you think being good takes more discipline than... So like being... When I say this, it's kind of like it has to be kind of broad because like being bad or doing not good things or I don't know, along those lines, it's very like broad.
Me, it's easy.
You know?
For me, it doesn't take too much. My answer is that.
Here's the thing.
Like, I don't on the daily lie. I don't have to, even white lies. Like,
no, but why is changing something that you need to change as a person? Let's just go there. It's not it's not about that. I think
it's not about
I think
and bad.
we're both like pretty good people. I would say that.
I'm way better.
You think you're better than me? You think you're better than me?
How do you even say that and look at me in the eyes? For shame.
Oh.
If y'all only knew.
I had to. I wanted that reaction. I wanted that.
You want me to look so condescending and like
what?
Like cocky in front of everyone?
On. This is your.
But if only you guys knew the truth,
oh
you'd be like,
God.
why are you there?
Wow. What do you mean?
That's what you wanted. Here you go.
That's not even it. That's your what is it? Advanced mind going down somewhere where I wasn't even there.
My mind is so advanced.
Yeah, it's too advanced for your own good.
To be honest, I don't care to look cocky or
I wasn't even trying to do that. I was not.
I know, I'm just joking.
Are you?
A little.
Are you?
Are you though?
Are you? Okay, so I would say, like, let's say these good decisions and bad decisions. I'm talking about, let's say, like,
give examples.
Let's say good things versus bad things. Let's say you have something that you need to change, a bad habit. Okay. Why is it so much harder? But like good things, it's like seamless. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like
to break.
No, it's seamless to do. It's like when you're just like a good person. Like, I think it's good to go in and say hi to somebody. Okay. Right. When you enter a room and there's somebody there that you haven't seen yet in that room, you should greet yourself or greet yourself. Hi, James. It's like that guy. Yo, yeah. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but this guy sneezes and blesses himself. He's like in an interview, and then he's like, Achoo.
Bless you.
Bless you. Thank you. He sneeze blessed himself. That's what the video is.
It's so good.
Yeah. So let's say it was a for me to greet people when I enter a room, and people were saying, wow, that guy's such a dick. He's a jerk. He's so inconsiderate and rude, you know? And everybody around me says, hey man, this is a bad habit. You need to change that. It's going to be for your benefit. And I say, yeah, I want to change that. I'm going to do that. Naturally, it's hard for me to do that because that's not your instinct. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a bad habit. Even bad habits are hard to change.
Bad habits are hard
right?
to change.
But how come good habits are just good habits? Do you know what I mean?
Good habits are just
good habits are just good habits. There's nothing attached to them. It's just something you do. Do you get what I'm saying? But bad habits are like, that's a bad habit. You know what I mean? It's such a.
It's hard to understand.
I'm trying to make this. It sounds so stupid. I feel like right now.
No, it's philosophical.
So, okay, bad habits.
Things that are like that deep and philosophical is like, you know what I mean? It's like
it's hard to get across.
It's hard to articulate what you're thinking. That's why to you maybe it comes out. You're like, am I just being like dumb? But it's not. It's philosophical.
So like, yeah, like okay, let me try to work this out. Okay. Let me work this out. Okay. So you have good habits. Well, I need to help me make this make sense.
Okay.
You have a good habit.
Yes.
Okay.
So
nobody said anything about it.
Give an example.
A good habit is that you don't lie. Okay. That's just something that exists now. So people know you. They don't think. Maybe they think, okay, that guy doesn't lie. They just trust you. Okay. But you, in your spare time, you like to do drugs. I don't know. Smoke cigarettes.
Okay.
Okay. Or you do something that's going to kill you. Eat sugar.
Yeah, eat sugar.
And eat sugar.
The normal one that everyone does. Yeah, okay. That's a good example.
So now, like, because you need to stop eating sugar because it's a bad habit, right? Like it's considered a bad habit of yours, right? Yeah. But like no one considers like good habits. No one gives credit to any good habits. It's just like
you're talking about credit now.
It's not like it's a standard. That's why I said, how come good habits are just good habits? They're just there. They just exist. But bad habits are like holy.
But they don't just exist. If you think about the consequence,
the only time they exist is when you're really trying to enter a relationship with someone, whether it be professional, business, relationship.
No, they always matter. In my opinion,
of course.
They always get even credit because then you have more people around you. Then people trust you. You have more of a good reputation.
But like, no one talks about them. No one ever talks about people's good habits ever. Who do you hear talking about good habits?
We hear them. Well, you and I talk about people's
Come on,
good
people.
habits.
But in general, people always talk about bad habits, bad things.
Oh, okay. So
right?
you're saying, why do we talk about? It's the same topic.
I know it's the same topic. I think
because
that it's
people are more interested, I guess.
Yeah,
the bad habits.
Yeah, and
it affects them, so they hate it.
Yeah, maybe that's why.
Yeah.
That could be the reason why.
Yeah,
good habits
them.
don't really affect people negatively.
Yeah, they're good for them. So it's, I guess it comes down to a selfish thing about us as human beings, where if something affects us in a bad way, obviously we're going to talk about it more.
Yeah, it just makes me think on this. This is how I got here, and we're having this conversation. It just makes me think. Of course, like the bad things are going to affect people, right? And that's maybe why it's more prominent. But overall, in our world, in our life, negativity is the main thing that's like out there. It's the main thing talked about. It's the main thing.
It's the main thing talked
happening
about
to people. For
sure.
It's like it's always like negativity is like always there, and it's prominent.
Yeah.
It's not like positivity is prominent, and then when people try to be positive, they're like, "Yo, shut up, man! Don't tell me what to do. You're so annoying." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think overall, as a whole, in our life, positivity is what has kept us. Love, positivity, kindness. I think maybe we don't talk about it much, but that we feel it and we can be there because of it. Maybe we don't voice it that way. I think is the reason why people like are still friends and families still stay together.
Maybe we should talk about it more,
Yeah, for sure. Who cares if no one wants to listen?
I've always felt the need to say something to people.
Like, you have. James always, that's why when you said people don't say it, I'm like, you're literally you say that to people all the time. Even like we were talking about work and you're like, I asked this guy to back this other guy who was so good, and look, he did this. And I told James, I was like, because I know you would naturally do that. I was like, tell the guy, thanks for bringing back this other guy because he did the most solid thing for me at work.
Yeah, now it's the guy's gonna get promoted.
Hopefully,
he's like on the list.
Yeah, so I think we do those things naturally. It's just negative things are talked about more, unfortunately. Like I know so many Instagram people, like influencers, who have wanted to focus on like positive news.
Yeah.
Even myself, like 10 years ago, I was like, what if I open an Instagram page and I just talk about positive news? I never did it, but now if you look, you see there's like thousands of pages for that.
Really?
And a lot of people follow them. Yeah. Because it gives you, especially during COVID, a lot of them came out.
And they needed that, right?
Yeah. So, but then it fizzles out, right?
It never stays.
Yeah.
It's always becomes.
It fizzles out until you need it again.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I feel like that's church. I feel like that's a lot of religions. Right?
Yeah. A lot of, like, if you're even a spiritual person, when your life is, I guess, good. That's why it's like, it's good to be, I read a quote from the other day. It's like, you have to be thankful in all different parts of your life. Not just when you're happy.
The most devout people that I've encountered in religion, any religion, have been very spiritual when their life is amazing.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. My mom is a perfect example. I wouldn't
hasn't been.
Have been. So when life is good and everything's good, they're still grinding. They're still
but I think
pursuing religion and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not just when it's like tough and when you need it, or like
when you need it. Yeah.
They've just been really like life is good, truly good.
Yeah.
Or they have no issues. It's normal.
Yeah.
Right. And they still are like, doing the work. I like seeing that.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm not sure why, man, like why we focus so much, but it probably connects to some kind of selfish thing about us as human being. Whether that bad news makes us remember the bad things in our life and we get mad about it, or it makes us feel like, oh, okay, well, I have a better life than that.
Yeah, I would say
connect it to ourselves.
I do that. I don't want to say it like in that sense, because I don't really Like I'm not. It's not like an evil eye thing or
Yeah.
some kind of like, haha, look at me. Like I didn't come from a very good.
It feel better.
It's weird, and I'm being honest and transparent that it does do something, and I'm pretty sure that's like
Maybe
where
it
it's
makes
like
you more grateful. You're like,
maybe that's what it is. Yeah, maybe it's
I
that.
think you can look at it that way. It's not like you're saying, yes, someone is suffering and I'm not.
Yeah,
no,
like I don't wish
saying,
ill will
God,
on people.
Thank God I have a home. Like if there is, let's say, someone has lost their house, it's like, you know what I mean? I'm so grateful for my home. And I think what's important as human beings, what we can do is at that moment, we should do something to help.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? Like whatever that may be.
That's
when you can actually do something.
When you're getting called to help.
Yeah.
If you act on that urge, that's actually a pretty good thing. If you act on that urge, you might be able to.
Because what's the point? Like I believe as human beings, we're here to like do service for each other, help each other.
Yeah.
If we don't help each other, who's gonna help us?
Starts in your family, man.
100%. Peace and unity starts in your heart, and then family, and then neighborhood, community, country, and then the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you don't have that within your
you can't have
family,
disunity in your household and then go out and do good mission work.
That's backwards. That's the hypocrisy we were talking about.
Yeah.
And again, it happens to a lot of families. It's hard because we're human beings.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
I love talking about this because it is so, like, we don't know anything, James and I. We just sit and talk about these things all the time, whether we're on vacation, we're at home, we're at the mall. Like, it doesn't matter, right? But I love talking about it because it just teaches you more things. Maybe it opens your eyes towards certain things and you think, wow, the world is so different. But at the same time, really all anyone ever wants is love.
Yeah, it's true.
You know what I mean?
And the only thing that's ever cured anything has been
love.
We're talking like, we're not talking about like medicinal stuff.
Yeah, disease.
Not just curing it with love.
Yeah, but I'm sure if you look that up, love has fixed some things.
Oh, for sure. I bet. Yeah. Nemo probably knows.
So we hope you enjoyed this topic. Let us know what you think. Again, I always appreciate people who message me.
And if it's trash, tell people about it.
Yeah.
You know, if you have a negative
like, there's this podcast. It's called Yeah, Sure. And it's just very bad. Go listen.
Crap. Yeah.
But no, honestly, I really appreciate when you guys like message us on Instagram, especially, and you let us know. And then you share. You're like, I did that. Like the other episode, like a couple back, you shared your favorite book.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What was it called?
Talk Everlasting.
Yeah. And this person, like a couple of people, sent the picture of the book because it's their favorite book.
They did?
Yeah.
Where?
I told you. I mentioned to you.
No way.
Yeah. I saw a couple of them, and I replied to those people because I'm sorry if I can't get to anybody, but they like took a picture of the book, and it was like an old book.
I want to post that on a story. I want to talk about that. That's so cool.
Yeah.
I love that.
They're like, it's my favorite book. I have it in my house. And like the fact that you guys do that and take the time and you walk towards the book, you go find it, even if it's in your library, it doesn't matter. The fact that you do that means so much because we connect that's amazing. With you
that just made me so happy. You know, now I want to find that and I want to talk about that. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's really nice. So in any way, even when you are disagreeing with us but you want to talk about it, we really enjoy it. So thanks for doing that.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys.
Yes.
We love you.
We love you. We hope you have a great week. And it's almost Halloween.
It's almost Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Maybe we'll do a Halloween episode.
Oh, we're 100% going to do a Halloween. Yo, what should we be for Halloween? I wonder. You're a cat. Be Buddy? Get a picture of Buddy.
I'm going to just be myself and be like an angel. You can be the devil. Because it doesn't exist, remember?
The devil. Devil.
No, I'm kidding. But yeah, we'll do something hopefully fun.
Yeah.
If not, just know we got lazy. And that's just the truth.
We're going to do it. We have to do it. We bring a little spice and flavor to this. We'll have some orange lighting. Ooh. Everything will be a little dark.
Pumpkin carving.
Get it all themed. We'll trick or treat for ourselves.
Yo, let's go trick or treating. People would give us candy. They'd be like, ha ha ha. You know?
Creepy.
They're not gonna say no.
Halloween's all about being creepy, so we could go creep people out. Yeah, trick or treat. It's for our kid.
No, it's for us. They're not gonna say no.
Yeah, we could cover a lot of ground because
tuned.
our legs are longer. Yeah. Anyway, guys. Love you guys.
Have a nice day. Bye.
Peace out.